my name is David Malillo. I'll be doing a presentation on student involvement at the University of North Florida. Thank you, my peers, for coming and seeing this presentation. First, I want to start on the high points of UNF and why the positives on the university. So we're definitely growing. We've had the biggest freshman class come in 2019. Right now we have the largest student body population we've ever had. We also have really low in-state tuition, which is a huge plus. There's definitely a lot of positives like location and the natural beauty of the campus. Lots of outdoor amenities. So now, some shortcomings of the university. We have really low graduation rates, excessive time spent earning a degree, so people extend their 4-year, 6-year degree and stay at the university longer than they should. And then also we have very high transfer and drop rates. So this is from the Florida Board of Governors. They post a public budget as well as some statistics on the universities. First, UNF, you can see that our 4-year graduation rate is 38.5%. So compared to the University of Florida, who has a 67% rate, and then FSU a 71.5% rate. So that's about, for FSU, that's 7 out of 10 people graduate within 4 years with their bachelor's degree. UNF, less than 40%. So statistically, this means approximately less than 3 of the 5 of you will receive a degree from UNF within 4 years. So some more alarming statistics. A survey conducted by College Simply revealed only 50% of students earned a bachelor's degree within their 6th year at UNF. So people staying 6 years, only 5 out of 10 are graduating. And according to a study done by the National Center for Education Statistics, the 6-year graduation rate was 60% at public institutions in the United States. So we're 10% below average on that rate. So this is affecting our funding because the Florida Board of Governors looks at our academic statistics to allocate funding to each public school. So UNF received significantly less funding from the Florida Board of Governors in 2019 and 2020 compared to other public universities. The 2019-2020 fiscal year only yielded about $26.1 million, or only 4.6% of the total performance-based funding allocation for Florida public schools. Whereas the University of Florida and FSU combined accounted for $188,850,000, or it's about 33% of the total budget. So there's a huge gap there. Yes, our student populations do differ, and we also don't have a football team, but we are underfunded, and we do need to take steps in action towards bettering our funding from the state. So as you can see, UNF only got $26.1 million out of $560 million, whereas FSU $88 million. FAMU is a pretty small Florida school, about the same as UNF, and they receive $3 million more in funding from the state. So why this is an issue? First of all, the reason that we're not performing in low graduation rates and those other alarming statistics is because of lack of student involvement and interest that causes these academic issues. So Carney Strange, a highly educated and published researcher for Bowling Green State University, says learning, academic performance, and retention are positively associated with academic involvement, involvement with faculty, and involvement with student peer groups. So it's scientifically proven that getting involved with the school and having more school pride, going to sporting events and extracurriculars helps with academic statistics and scoring higher. And I think one of the reasons that we as a student body aren't getting as involved as other schools is because we are underfunded. And a quote from the Florida Times Union: many students eventually want to attend bigger in-state football schools like the University of Florida and FSU, but they start their college education at UNF, accumulate credits for 2 years, and then transfer to UF or Florida State. So that's a big problem that UNF has had in the past and still has today. So So one way we can help to fix our funding problem is to get more involved and to join clubs and extracurriculars. In order for UNF to receive the much needed funding from the Florida Board of Governors, like I said, we need to get involved. There are over 200 student organizations and clubs on campus, endless on-campus jobs that reside on the UNF job site, and anyone can go out and play a multitude of free intramural sports. And of course, there's always fraternity and sorority life as well. Like I said, student involvement leads to better academic statistics. A study published by the National Center for Education Statistics reports 30% of extracurricular participants have a GPA of 3.0 or higher, whereas non-participants recorded only 10% of students with a GPA of 3.0 or higher. Similarly, about 30% of extracurricular participants scored in the highest quartile on a composite math and reading assessment. Conversely, only 14% of students that don't participate in extracurriculars scored in the highest quartile. So requesting better funding, obviously as a UNF student and as many college students around the state, UNF is known for having decent, good D1 sports, but no football team. So UWF is a smaller campus, about the size of UNF, it's population-wise. They have a football team, they have other D1 athletics and D2 athletics, I believe. So we received $26.1 million in 2019-2020 from Florida Board of Governors. UWF only received $22 million, and they have a football team and these other extracurricular amenities. So this is how we can put some of these solutions into action and get that football team, get the funding that we need, and get more involved in school to raise our statistics and get more students to come to the university. First, get involved, support and incentivize student involvement. Then we raise our statistics, raise graduation rates, increase retainment, and then we earn the funding to grow the student body and receive more funding from the state and from the Florida Board of Governors.